everybody, it's PJ, and we are going to open this Sunday show. I really haven't come up with a name yet. I'm still thinking, but we're going to try and just call it the Sunday show for right now. I have the Greater Keys of Solomon candle. It is the first pentacle of the moon. It is a full moon. This is moon incense. It is consecrated under the moon. We have amethyst to cool the spirits. We have a crystal to draw in and release all negativity. I have some oils I created a long time ago. Some positivity frequency I already sprayed, and I also sprayed some of the purity just to clean out anything negative. So let's get started. And I'm going to use this beautiful wand my son got. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Amazing wand. All right. So let's open this. Humbly we ask to open the way on this full moon, on this very day. For all of the misfits, the forgotten and alone, I ask that you join me in a place we'll call home. And this home has no walls, nor a roof, nor a bed, not even a pillow to lay down your head. And we all come together, no faith will divide, no fear, no guilt, nothing to hide. With open arms our fellowship will bind to raise up our hearts and open our minds. And none are too young, and none are too old, and none are too shy, and none are too bold. And we'll all be welcome into the fold, and one rule will guide us: no judgment do we hold. Blessed be. I open the Sunday show. Hi everybody, it's PJ, and today is the Sunday show. Yay! That's all I can figure out with the name. I came up with a lot of stuff. The name wasn't it. Sorry. You decide. Put it down. Somebody said the witching hour, but it's not an hour. Also, it's not just for witches. It's for lots of things. So I didn't want to limit us with one thing or the next, so I don't know what to do. Anyway, but I did come up with the theme. Now, what I noticed was that a lot of people, when talking about what we should talk about, the biggest thing that came up was like judgment and like, how do I get along with my family being a witch? I want to be a witch, but I'm afraid to let anybody know because my family's like Christian and whatnot. So I get it. I get the whole idea of it, the thought of it, because I had it too. I mean, I was not the most normal child in the world. I just had really unnormal parents, so that kind of worked out. Okay, so the first thing is, what we're really talking about is judgment. And think about how long witches and people that didn't fit into the normal boxes that we have. Think about how many hundreds of years they were persecuted for being different. Some had the ultimate sacrifice of giving their life. And some weren't even witches. They were just women that people wanted to kill. I mean, like, the history of it is awful and super sad and wrong on every level. Now we just deal with judgment that is more like, you don't belong, you don't belong. And that's kind of the theme. I want you guys to feel like you belong here regardless. That if you love Jesus, that's good. Love Jesus. Whatever. If you are Wiccan, that's great. Wiccan. If you're Buddhist, it doesn't matter, because under this umbrella of this Sunday show, I want you to know all we're going to do is just really focus on our faith and love and universal love and things of that nature. And so we're going to start today with judgments. So let's start talking about judgments when we talk about other people, right? the cattiness of you. Because when you get to the point where you're talking about judging, you are not just talking about others judging you, you're talking about you judging others too. So even though you're saying you feel like the victim or persecuted because of your faith or how different you are in whatever way you are, the truth is that we also judge back. Okay, I do it too. Like, I'm not guilty of it, but the energy of it is wrong on every level, and we're never going to get to the place we want to get to without like figuring out how to not do it back. You know what I mean? How to not do it back, how to not be a part of the problem, which is oh my God, it's so funny that this came up because I'm going through similar things with some of the things that I do on the internet that I'm not real proud of. And if you're not proud of it, you're not doing right. So let's talk about where judgment comes from. When somebody judges you, what they're saying is that you are frightening, that your differences scare them, threaten them in some way, threaten their belief system, threaten something. Okay, and similarly, when somebody is judging you, that's how you feel. Like, that's why, that's what judgment is you don't fit into this box, and somehow that's a threat. Now, the animal human has been taught all its life to judge. It is a survival mechanism. Hey, that guy doesn't look right to me. That girl is acting shady. Those are good judgments you need to get along in a world where not everybody's, the most perfect person. But the other side to that is it can go too far. It can go to the extreme. It can go places it doesn't need to go, like judging each other because of a difference in your faith. And that's kind of crazy when you think about it. And we judge Christians. Think about how many times you say, oh, she thinks she's a Christian and look how nasty she's being. But the truth is, if you lay it all out, whether other people claim to be Christian or Jews or this or that, and they're not following the letter of the law, what's the difference? We don't follow the letter of any law. We're all walking a journey. We're all trying to get through to a journey as best we can. Even the most awful people in the world, they don't wake up and say, I'm going to be the most awful person in the world. Unless they're like literally sick in the mind. But nobody wakes up and says, let me just be the most awful person in the world. I'm going to show my worst side today. Usually they're reacting to something that happened long ago, self-loathing, self-hate, that all works into it. So let's talk about love, because that's actually how you fix all this. Love is the one thing that you can fill yourself up with, and it actually removes the rest of the negative stuff in your body. Okay, so like if you're absolutely filled with love, there's no way for you to not release the negative that's in your body. It's a great fix. So when we talk about love, the first person you got to start loving is you. You know that old saying, if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. That sounds so cliche, You're like, what the hell does that even mean? But let me explain. So if you don't love yourself, and I mean in the way of love yourself, like accept who you are, forgive yourself for all the past that you might have done things that you're not proud of or you don't like, or memories that torture you about, well, if I had just done this or if I had just done that. Some people have terrible, tortured memories that keep them up at night. And the thing about it is there's nothing you can do about the past. The only thing you can do is create a better future. So that being said, that's what self-loathing is that place in you that says, oh, I just couldn't believe, I hate myself for doing that. I hate myself for eating that. I hate myself for taking that. I hate myself for drinking that. I hate myself for thinking that. All those things is all self-loathing, but it all comes from the same place, that you have not forgiven yourself for the things you need to forgive yourself for. Okay? And that's where it starts. If you forgive yourself, and if you come with a clean slate, then you won't have those thoughts anymore. You can rid yourself of those thoughts. Those thoughts bring on depression, all that stuff. So, and let me tell you what, there's one thing I was taught a long time ago that has helped me. It was actually from a shrink. It's the only thing I ever learned from a shrink that like actually did something for me. Like, honestly, I've been to shrinks. But the only thing that somebody ever said to me was, if it's not yours, don't stop taking it. Don't take it. And that kind of sunk with me somehow. And the thing about that saying is you have to be super honest with yourself. You have to say, was I looking for a reaction from this person by the actions I did? Was I looking to kind of get under their skin? Was I looking to be right? Ugh, being right, it's not worth it. Like, you can be right, but in the world of right, like, the truth is the truth, don't get me wrong, but like having to be right is really a problem. Like, sometimes you have to let people understand on their own when something is black or white or red or yellow. You got to let them, like, the thrill is in discovery. And if you take that away from somebody, you're like taking away their power. And then you're like, yeah, because I knew the answer. Like, it's really a sucky thing to do. So anyway, you have to be really honest with yourself. Like, did I forget to do something for this person because really I have a resentful thought in my brain that I'm like you have to have that self-awareness in order to do this. But the truth is, if it's not yours, don't take it. If you didn't say what you did or did what you did to create animosity or to feel empowered by making somebody else feel small or whatever it is, if that's not really what you did, you honestly didn't do that, don't take it. It's not yours. Let them scream, yell, flip out. It doesn't matter. It's not yours. It never was. That's leading a chivalrous life. And that's so important. It's probably one of the most important things to me personally, is to lead a chivalrous life. To lead a life where you feel you are trying to be as honest as you can, as good as you can, as that, like, that is chivalry. Chivalry is not just standing, I will fight for my... No, chivalry is about being virtuous and having your word mean something. And so with that comes a lot of self-examination. And so if it's not yours, stop taking it. Stop taking it. It's not yours. Stop claiming it. Stop fighting about it. Stop reliving it. It's not yours. If it's truthfully, if you can be honest enough with yourself, it's not yours, don't take it. And when you get to that point, you will find self-love. You will end self-loathing. I'm overweight, and for a long time I went around saying, I hate my body, I hate my body, No, I don't. I love my body. How was I going to ever start healing my body or getting it to the place I wanted to be if I'm walking around saying I hate it all the time? See? It's like self-fulfilling. It's like failing because that's where you are. It really is. So self-love. That's what it means when you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. You can't be in the middle of that and then try to have a relationship with somebody. You can't be in the middle of your life and not understand what you're doing. You'll just destroy it. You'll destroy your next relationship because you have to get rid of all that animosity. You have to get rid of all that regret. You've got to forgive yourself to be able to go into a relationship honest with yourself, loving yourself enough to be able to make a stand in that relationship and say, these are my lines in the sand. This is what. So you have to get there. You have to stop judging yourself. As for everybody else, as soon as you stop judging yourself, they won't have any, it won't matter if they judge you, because you know who you are. You know what you're trying to achieve. You know your faith. You know your love. You know your spirit. Nobody can tell you who you are. They can only do that if you doubt yourself. So let's get rid of that, okay? And lastly, let's talk about universal love. Universal love. That's when everybody is in your scope of love. Even people you don't know, even the stranger that bumps into you on the street and steals your cab, or it doesn't matter. I'm not saying you're not allowed to ever get mad. That's not the point. The point is you have to be able to see that we're all connected. We're all on this string together. We're on this planet together. We're all here. We're all connected. Even the ones that judge you, even the ones that you judge. We're all connected and we're all beautiful. We're all beautiful and we're all brilliant. And we can, and if you don't start there, then you can't, like, there is no growth if you can't start there. So let's start there. I want to do an affirmation and lead it into a small meditation, all right? So let's talk about circular breathing real quick. You ever circular breathe? Circular breathing is when you breathe down into your diaphragm. It's really good for astral projection, meditation. My hair is wonky, sorry. Astral projection, meditation, anything like that you want to do. It's clearing, it hits all the chakras, it does all the right things, it gives you all the... Okay, circular breathing. So the way you circular breathe, I can't even say that right. Circular breathe. The way you circular breathe is you breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when you breathe all the way down to your diaphragm, into your belly. Don't just, we shallow breathe up here, but you're gonna breathe really deep. I want you to push your belly out when you breathe, okay? And then suck it in. And that's circular breathing. You'll get used to it after a few, but that's what I want you to do during this, okay? So it's gonna be in through your nose. Hold it for a second, out through your mouth. Make sure you open your shoulders, like pin. You can kind of lightly take your wings, you know, your like chicken wing bone, and pull them back. Make sure you're opening your chest, you're opening your heart chakra, okay? So pull those shoulders back. That's circular breathing. Do the best you can. You don't have to be an expert. But let's get started. I'm going to do an affirmation. I want you to repeat after me. Breathe. All right, ready? Shake it out. Get loose. Get tired. This is going to be my form of prayer. Okay, my form of prayer. Today, I'll remember to love myself. Today, I fill my head and heart with love. I remember all my tender moments in life. I remember my best days. The more I fill my heart with love, the less room I have for regret. The more I fill my heart with pride, the less room I have in my heart for self-loathing. I forgive myself. I am proud of myself. I have survived a lot. I love my body. My scars are battle wounds. I deserve love. I love my mind. I am smart. I am desirable. I am creative. I am accepting. I am strong. I am proud. I am lucky. I am beautiful. I am brilliant. I am magical. I am magic. I stand for all my ancestors. As they stood for me before. I am connected to every human being. I'll fill my head with love for all people. I will forgive them as I forgive myself. I banish all regret. I banish all fear. I love myself. I will never be a victim. I am magic. Blessed be. Okay, guys, I want you to keep the breathing going. In through your nose, out through your mouth, but I want you to just listen. Every moment of your life, every person you ever met, every time you felt rejection, every step you ever took has all led you here today, together. The one thing I know is you all needed to hear that. I felt it in my bones. You all need to say these words out loud to release regret, to release and forgive. And maybe if all we did today was have you walk life a little lighter, a little easier, then that's okay. That's good enough. And if somebody comes up to you and says that you don't belong or you don't fit in because your faith is different, you can turn to them and say, I love your faith. I love where your faith got you. And I love my faith and where it's gotten me. And you can tell them we're all on a journey. And your journey might look different than mine, but I think we're all going in the same direction. And if you confront them without judgment, without fear, with pride, then they have nowhere to go other than to accept. They may never accept what you believe, but they can accept you. It's the best message I could come up with today, because I think it's so important that we all walk with pride, that we all know we're not alone, that we all feel connected, and that we're all beautiful. We're all magical. And I hope this is a good show. I hope it's not too heavy and you're used to me being silly and funny. My hair is fucked up the whole time. That's the Sunday show. Did you like it? All right, so for the next hour, I'm going to do free readings underneath. Boom, 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 boom. Go ahead and post your questions for the next hour. I'm cutting it off at noon because otherwise I'll be typing all day. And I do, you know the rest. But I'm going to do it every other week. So not next Sunday, the following Sunday, more free readings. I also I'll do a giveaway. I have some giveaways to do next week or not next week, the week after on the Sunday show. I have some prosperity boxes that I was supposed to give to this. I had one to give away, but I found another one too to give away. And it was supposed to go to this person in Jamaica, and unfortunately they didn't give me enough of their address. I went and tried to mail it and it didn't work, and then I asked them for more of their address and they didn't answer me. So and also I guess it has to go through some customs thing, so it's only going to be America. I'm so sorry. Don't get mad at me because I don't know how to do it any other way. I'm just not that smart. So yeah, we're going to have like giveaways and stuff like that, but today what I'm giving away is tarot card readings. So yeah, I'm going to use tarot cards if you're into that, and I'm going to go ahead and answer your questions. Only one question, guys. Don't ask me like 6 questions because I'm going to just pick one and then go to the next person because it's just not fair, you know. 1 question per. You have to subscribe to me. You have to have watched this video. I hope you watched the video because it is a great message. Oh, and then also, well, I'm not going to ask for suggestions on this for next time because I just want to get the questions on there. I don't want it mixed up in it with everything. I might not get to it or whatever. So anyway, happy Sunday. Go take all that love and give it away, guys. Give it away. It's free and it's wonderful, brilliant. We're all brilliant. We're all beautiful. You are beautiful. All right, guys, if you'd like to follow me down the rabbit, I hope this isn't too long. If you'd like to follow me down the rabbit hole that is my crazy life, hit the button down below and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos. Thumbs down if you don't, but at least give me the thumbs up or down because I guess that helps something. I'm not sure what. And I don't know the inside outs of this stuff. And a thumbs down if you don't. Either way, you watched me manifest something lovely in your life. If you know it, think, believe it, you can have it too. Like a beautiful heart that's filled with love and no regret. And love yourself and tell yourself how wonderful you are. Okay? I love you guys.